If you've used embroidery foam to make definition to your embroidery, but when you washed it, it cracked and crumbled, I've got a solution for that. Hi, my name is Hope Yoder and I'm with Embellish, manufactured by R&K Distributing. We have this incredible new product called Embellish Dimensional Embroidery Foam. It comes in this cute little pack, and you can see the picture on the front, the quilt behind it, or underneath, you can see how we've used this in text. But before I show you how this foam works, I want to tell you about an amazing software program that we have with Embellish called Embellish Maker Software. And what's amazing about this software is in one click of the mouse, I could transform any of the fonts in the software into dimensional puff foam fonts. Now, puff foam is a generic technique, and there are products out there for that, but every other product is going to crumble when you wash and dry it, and it's not going to last the distance. So we created a brand new product that can be dry cleaned, washed, and dried with no problem, and it is called Embellish Dimensional Embroidery Foam. So it comes in two different millimeters. We've got 2 millimeters, and you can see that on the pink. Got a little bit of dimension. And then we have 6 millimeters for those that just want to go all in, and that's shown in the white. Now, these letters on the white are from our Puff Foam Monogram embroidery collection. This is a really fun embroidery collection. And what's nice about this is not only does it have all of the machine embroidery designs, we also use craft and cut to create some glass etching files and all the directions to glass etch, including the embroidery with the foam or on this CD. But you know, that wasn't enough, so we gave one more, a free project. Most of the designs by Hope Yoder CD have a free project, and this project is actually a yoga mat wrap, and it has a little pocket, and on this pocket you can use our dimensional embroidery foam. And this is a great way to put your keys or your glasses, your Apple Watch when you're doing yoga. So that comes with all of that, and let's see if you can get some dimension. If I pull this up, and you can see this is the 6 millimeter foam. It just jumps off the embroidery. So then we have another embroidery collection called Patriotic Puff Foam. This has beautiful foam designs that you can use to celebrate your love for the USA. And then this is one of my favorites. We developed a whole new embroidery collection. Let me just kind of move this back so that you can see these beautiful designs. Now, these are in the hoop Quilted Coasters, and the design collection, really fancy name, Quilted Coasters, right? So with these designs, we've actually used the foam in here, and you would never know that we did. But on the back, I have some samples to show you, and we're going to give you a lot of little tiny designs, and in Embellish Maker software, we just arrange them to look like our favorite quilting patterns. And so these are just stitched on felt to show you all the different varieties. Now, you wouldn't have to make a freestanding coaster. You could just embroider them on fabric and make your own embroidered in the hoop quilt. Or you could mix and match the little designs to make your own pattern. But what we did with the foam, try to guess where the foam is. Now, I'll give you a clue. It's not on the back. That's Deco Magic by R&K Distributing. It's waterproof, and it has a nice rigid structure. And this is my favorite, grandmother's fan. So that's the Quilted Coaster. And underneath here, let me show you where the Quilted Coaster uses our foam. So the packaging has 6 different types of foam. You have black, gray, and white. And in this package, you have 2 sheets of, or a sheet of each in 2 or 6 millimeter foam. And so on this Quilted Coaster, when we do the embroidery, you're going to embroider it with our beautiful Embellish soft cutaway. Now, this stabilizer is amazing. It holds 10,000 stitches in a 4x4 hoop. So we did go ahead and use 2 layers because this does have a lot of stitches. 2 layers of this will hold 40,000 stitches. Amazing. Highest stitch count stabilizer on the market. So we've got that in the hoop, and we've done all the embroidery, and here's where the foam comes in. we decided to make the edges that are freestanding really nice and secure. We wanted some bulk underneath there to go the distance that would hold up with wet marks and all of that. So we used our foam. So we just took the foam down and we did the embroidery, and then we pulled the foam away, and the foam is only under the satin stitch ring. Pretty cool. All the directions are in that CD. So you can see the leftover of the foam. Now, how did I get it from the embroidery hoop to here? Well, first of all, don't you love the way these look? This is with our beautiful new Embellish matte thread. Matte thread is 100% polyester. It's your traditional 40 weight embroidery, and it comes in 130 colors. So that really gives it more of a quilty look. But now back to getting it out of the hoop. R&K Distributing has this amazing tool called the Heat Craft tool, and it comes with different tips. But this is the tip that I like to use more than anything when I'm melting away the stabilizer. So I'm going to take that tip, and then I'm going to plug it in, and with it, and I already took this out of the hoop to fly here to do videos, but I just popped it back in the hoop. That gives you an extra second pair of hands. And I'm going to warm this up, and I'm going to run it around quickly, and you can see how that starts to make the freestanding quilt. All right, I got a couple more things to show you, so let me move this aside. And again, we have our beautiful dimensional foam, so we'll move that there. But here's another application. Don't you like a sneak peek? Insider edition. I love machine embroidery. I just love everything. That's my problem. I do everything. I bet you do too. I embroider, I sew, I quilt, I craft. But here's a new embroidery collection. And this is the way that we photograph it on the back of the embroidery CDs on just felt. So that's why we have all these cute felt samples. But sneak peek, y'all, at what's coming. Now this has some mylar, which there's a video for that. But in the middle, we have the foam. If you can see that dimension, we've used 2mm foam, and I just love our matte thread, so we've used that as well. So in making this, we're going to take a piece of white foam out of this package, and we're going to do embroidery, and then we have applique, and we're going to just lay down the foam, and you can see I've done it here, and then when it's all done, I'm simply going to pull it away, all right? And we have an amazing weeding tool called Embellish Vinyl Weeding Tool, but it's great at removing foam. There's a video on that. And I'm going to pull it away. And when I pull it away, then that gives me this height and definition. Now here's a little tip to end this video. So when you're using our foam, do you have a heat gun? You know, maybe you used to do scrapbooking like I did, and you had embossed powder. Hair dryer won't work, but a heat gun, whether it's one to do packaging or crafting, is amazing. If you want to look at that, you can still see a little bit of the foam peeking out of the edges when I perforated it. And let's get a close-up picture of that. So you can see a little bit of the white there. But right here, you don't. And all I did is once I pulled that away, I took my heat gun and I just slowly rotated it, and it actually shrunk the foam just a little bit. And why? What's so special about this foam? I told you that it's washable and it's dry cleanable. Well, this isn't a cheap craft foam that you get at your craft store or like any other company. This is actually a foam that we developed for cosplay in our cosplay line. And it's made to make armor and to spray paint. And all of that probably doesn't matter to you if you like to do embroidery. But what it means, it's a special foam that we developed so that it's closed cell. And closed cell is important because that's why it's not going to crack when you wash it or crumble when you put it in the dryer. It is also heat moldable. And so you could take a heat gun and mold it to the shape that you want. And it shrinks a little bit, and that's why you get a cleaner finish when you give it a shot with the heat gun. So folks, next time you need to do some beautiful puff foam, or you've created something beautiful with our Embellish Maker software or the Designs by Hope Yoder CDs, remember, Embellish Dimensional Embroidery Foam is going to make you fabulous.